Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Big Loaf.
And this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. And if you didn't know, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour. Make sure you guys support whenever it comes out because Virtual Fight Tour is doing the best one-on-one promotions and events that we have ever seen in our sport. All right, so make sure you guys support because these guys are trying to grow the sport and help you grow. And coming up on March 31st through April 2nd is the Ocean State Grand Nationals. Make sure you get up there to Rhode Island. If you haven't had your tickets yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Don't wait till the last minute. Get your tickets now. Fly up there. Go and have to start checking tickets prices myself so I can hurry and book my flight in there. Only problem is I have no idea where I'm going to actually be at.
What is the event again?
March 31st to April 2nd. Yep, March 31st. March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd. So make sure you eat. I just have no idea where I'm going to be, but I'm trying to make up there at least a day and a half, maybe 2 days out of the three. Right. Yeah, right. I'm trying to make it up there, and so I can see all that greatness that is happening up there because there's so many different great fighters are, and people are so much of a buzz, and with them giving away so much money, they're doing so many. It's over $28,000 they're giving away
last year.
Yeah. Over $28,000 they're giving away. So make sure you guys go up there because they are actually giving the money back and helping support you guys. So make sure you guys go to the Ocean State Grand Nationals March 31st. Get your tickets and fly up there to Rhode Island and go ahead and register right now.
Just in case, listen, I know everybody looks for me to be at these events sometimes, and I unfortunately this event I would not be able to make. I got gifted some tickets to the Philadelphia 76ers and Raptors game on the 31st that night. Floor seats, three rows from the actual court.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I won't be able to make it up to the event, but I wish everybody the best of luck.
Welcome to the floor, brother. Welcome
yes,
to
sir.
the floor.
But again, once again, as always, go All Stars. But let's go. Ready?
Let's go. Ready?
Y'all are horrible. I'm not gonna say it because I'm marking this at 255 or 250. Y'all, I'm marking on episode 185 CTE. I'm gonna mark this down. And then later on, when the announcement comes out, I'm gonna tell people to go back to listen to this and then understand the inside joke that just actually happened right there. All right, Chris.
Sir,
how you feeling,
Mr. Trev? I'm feeling fantastic, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. All right, man. How was your week, man? Did you do anything special? Anything great, man? Anything good? Anything different? Anything interesting?
Nah, man, just normal week, baby. You know how we do it.
I mean, you did do one thing interesting. You know what I'm saying? You did do one thing interesting last week.
I did. I seen Travis.
Yes, you did. You did.
I seen Travis for the first time. I was telling him, I was like, man, it's been like some years.
Yeah, since I started my traveling. Since I probably left Atlanta.
Wait, y'all ain't seen each other in years?
Yeah, I have not seen Chris probably
like live in person.
Live in person, probably not since I left in August of 2021. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I probably have not seen him since then. Because I didn't go into any tournaments last year, really.
Nope.
Only tournaments I went to.
I'm calling cap on that one.
I don't care
you did the whole. You did the whole like dude in the karate uniform with the bow and all that type of stuff.
That was you falling for the same
trick. See?
Nope, you falling for the same trick that I fell for. Is that I'm lost?
Because it was for the Arctic Challenge. Wasn't it for the Arctic Challenge you did that?
No, that was not Arctic.
No, that was for the Virtual Forms Tour.
That was a few years ago.
Oh, that was a minute ago, big dog.
That was a while ago. No, you falling for the same thing. Look, I was in Atlanta. I went and met up with some.
He did go back to Atlanta one time, but we never met up.
We didn't meet up. But I was in Atlanta this past couple weeks, and I went and met up with some tech people. And I was talking to him. We were just catching up. He was like, "Yeah, Marcellus's daughter about to graduate from Princeton." And I was like, "Wait a minute, she just went there." He was like, "No, man, that was like 4 years ago. She went there."
Wow.
And it threw me off. I'm like, "Yo, that sense of years at this point, I have like, dog, I am all off."
You know what I think, Mr. Director? Because I don't think none of us have seen each other in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Director, I think you should just put us all we should all have like a trip to Puerto Rico. Mr. Director, and then we all just kind of meet together in
I
Puerto
tried
Rico.
to get a trip to Chicago, and everybody backed out. A whole bunch of people backed out at the last minute. But hey, we don't have to get into that.
Chicago in January is kind of tough.
Right, man. That's not necessarily the most enticing pull.
Hey, but still, it was. Hey, I was gonna get y'all rooms and everything, and y'all like, nah, I ain't going.
Give me some, bro. Give me some little warmer than that.
It's with that. All right. I
Something
almost
like even Miami would be all right, you know.
I almost.
Yeah, we should show up at Miami.
Hey, yo, I wouldn't mind just the crew walking into Miami.
Yeah,
like,
let's go.
But no, I almost went. I was almost out in LA, Ontario, California this week. I almost booked the flight last minute to go out there and decided not to. Last minute. Honestly, I was looking Thursday night. I was like, yo, how much is the flight out there to compete? And decided not to do it.
He said he saw that price and he was like, nah. my legs too long for like Spirit. So like
it's definitely too long for Spirit. But actually, it wasn't that bad. It was around 6, I think. It was around 600.
That's about
that's
average.
Yeah, so I was like, it's not that bad.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. Going from were you in Georgia? You in Georgia?
I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta at that time.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad, man. It wasn't bad. I was like, okay, but then I was like, man, I got to get paid that, and we'll talk about it afterwards. There was other reasons why I decided not to. I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
Always reason.
There's another reason, But yeah. But Los, how was your week, man?
My week is all right.
Nothing special.
Not really, nothing special at all. Actually, it was. I gotta watch my boy put his little practice in for his travel team. That was pretty cool. Like just watched him like it was cool because they actually did real training. Like they did like conditioning stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Then he went and worked. Like a lot of times when I go there, he's just working on like the skill, like, you know, how to hit the ball, you know. So, but they actually did like, you know, ladder drills, some lifting, like, you mean, just like some other stuff. It was kind of like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you mean now we doing what we got to do, right? So that was pretty cool. And then watching him pitch, good little pitcher, man. Unfortunately, he pitched too hard, so his little catcher, the dude that was supposed to catch the ball for him, he couldn't catch it.
He kept dropping.
He quit. He couldn't do it anymore. He literally had to stop. So they went and got like this metal frame thing that it's like a metal like frame that he pitched into.
Yeah.
And then one of the adults came and was doing the catching for him. I was just like, yo, you can't, like, son, like, you ain't gonna have no catcher. what you gonna do if you ain't got no catcher? Like,
but Dad, I'm working on my stuff. He gotta catch up.
Yeah, the coach was like, it's gonna be fastballs coming. Okay, slow it down a little bit. Yeah. But at any rate, so it was good, man. It was a good time. Good to see him it was good to see him in that light. Like, I mean, like really training for it and then working on his skill afterwards too. Like, I mean, just kind of like, I feel that's what's supposed to be happening. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes like outside coaches forget that type of stuff. Like, we're in an off season right now. Like, you know what I mean? So off season, there should be more conditioning, you know, getting the body right, all that type of stuff. And then working on the technical fundamental stuff. Like, you mean, what is a technical skill? So like he pitches the ball really fast, but it's like, how do we get him to be more consistent and more accurate? So maybe not have him pitching it as fast as he can, but being more accurate with his pitches, because he can always add the speed later. And it's just funny how you, like, you know, when you see other coaches and for how long we've been doing this for, they miss so many like little points to help develop someone.
Do you think you figuring that out because of you already went through this with your older son?
No,
so
honestly, bro, I'll be honest. I failed my older son because I really didn't allow myself to get involved with the baseball like that. We're like with Joe, you know, Joe lives with me now too. So like my older son, me and his mom split when he was 4. So I wasn't with him as much. Like, you mean? So like with Joe, it's a little different because he lives with me. So I get to kind of be a little more hands-on with kind of helping some of his development. Right. So I think that's a little bit different situation, you know?
Yeah.
Here I am always bringing that sad reality into the
It's life, man.
Everybody.
It's yes. Okay. Well, glad to have.
How was your weekend, Chris or Travis?
Trap, right?
My week was actually pretty cool, man. I
What does
was
that
in
mean
Atla-
by pretty cool? So like pretty cool for you is a little different than what's pretty cool for me and Chris.
Well, while I was in
Right.
Atlanta, I decided to hit up a lot of different. I wanted to see. I don't get to see a lot of live shows when I'm in other places. Sometimes it just doesn't have it, so it just kind of lined up where the time I was there, I got to see 4 different saxophonists play. Right?
Oh,
It could have been a
have you
fifth,
been
but
playing lately?
no, I haven't been playing. Not since I've been on the road because I just haven't been. I can't be playing in an apartment complex. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just too loud. The sax is just too loud. So going to see these guys play, I've seen 2 of them, and I didn't. And first time I got to see the other ones, and I was really comparing their styles, and they were completely different. Like just watching how they play the sax, how they interact with the sax, is just completely different.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Not to be all up in your business, but when you go to watch like someone play sax, do you go by yourself or do you
No.
go with a +1?
I go with a +1.
Okay, so you don't just go by yourself as just like one man standing in the audience watching another man play the sax.
For the most part, most of the time, no. I have gone by myself to watch because I'm like studying how they play, like how they interact with the
Like,
crowd.
do you sit up front or do you sit back at like by the bar? Like where do you sit when you like by yourself? Are you
Depends on it. Depends on this. It depends on what's available. Like if I gotta sit up front, then yeah, I gotta sit up front. But sometimes, it's.
Do you like play low key? Like you're not really watching them, but you kind of like just there, kind of but watching them.
No,
or
I'm
you
watching.
like sit right
I'm
there.
studying.
Like,
I'm studying. Like literally, I'm watching their hand placements. I'm watching what keys they trying to. Which, if you know when they go off script basically, like when they're playing and they're playing the actual song, and then they decide to mix in another
kind of
song.
do their own thing.
Yeah,
like how
or
black people do the national anthem.
Yeah, so I'm trying to understand what made them go in this direction, what they're going to go in this direction. So I'm really studying when I'm at these things and how they interact with the crowd.
So if you see them like working their fingers and stuff, like are you like, oh, that was a nice little like? Can you see like the little like? You know what I mean?
Some
like,
of it.
See, I'm doing my
some
finger
of it.
like.
Yeah, but some of it. But it's like the way the sax is played. You could play with one hand, right? But there's the thumb is hidden, and that's the one you don't. You know, let's say you're playing the G note, right? You don't know if you're playing high G or middle G.
So the thumb is hitting a button or something?
The thumb behind it does take you up to another octave. So like
I
you're on
realize
one. You like,
I thought it was just this part. Like I never knew the thumb was doing something.
It's these, and then it's this one up here, and then the palm. It's a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch of different things you got to do. So I'm watching, and sometimes they play the alternative keys of it, right? So they'll play like you could play this playing a
How many keys are on a saxophone?
Honestly, I would have to count, but in my head, but it's probably.
You don't have a saxophone?
Not with me.
But you have one, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got the 4, you got the 5, you got the 4. As I said, I had to count it out in my head if we're really gonna do this. Then it's 4, 8, 9. Somewhere around 16 or 17, man. Yeah, somewhere around 16 or 17. What?
Nothing, man.
Because not every saxophone has the same amount of keys.
Oh, what are different types of saxophones?
No. You can have there's alto sax, there's alto, soprano, tenor. There is a bass, but nobody really plays that one. Then there's another one that's what begins with a B, baritone. There's another.
Which one did Kenny G play?
He plays soprano.
You didn't even say that. It's the first ones you said.
I did say soprano.
Did you? Oh, I didn't hear it. My bad.
It was like one alto, soprano, tenor. Were you trying to test me or something?
Bro, listen, like this is what you do. Like, you mean, so if this is what you do, I'm trying to see like how you actually do, like what you know about what you do. Like, you mean, I know you know your stuff. I've heard you play through Instagram. Like, you mean, I think you should come out one day and just like play a song for us. But I heard you play through Instagram or whatever. Like, you mean, so that's how I know you knew. But like when I asked like how many keys, you're like, I don't know.
I've actually never thought about counting how many keys there are. I've never thought about it. Like, I just never thought about counting how many keys there are. It's just because then you got the different pad, the pads. Because like some of them got it's like 8 here. I mean 4 here, and then it's another 4 here, and it's like I never even thought about how many actual keys there are. But yeah, why?
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying, you're a fighter.
You read the music or you just listen to play?
I read the music,
Okay,
but I'm like, I can't read the music, but I'm like slow at reading the music.
I never understood. I never like and when I was in elementary and they tried to teach us music, I could not understand like the double notes together and the up on here, the one down here. I could never get it. I just I'm good. Give me the drums.
No,
the little drum pad.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can read it, but I have to sit there and like, and like, okay, this is C D C D C E E. Like, I can sit there, but it's not like I can and just start hearing the music. I can't do that now, and I'm not that fast at it to play and read at the same time. It's just not really conducive not for me.
So how do you play? Like you hear the song, kind of play along melody to it.
Kind of a combination of both. Like
that's what I do. That's what I do with a keyboard. Like I'm not. I haven't listened. Like I said, I can't read music. I don't even know what the keys do, but I can hear like music and kind of find the melody that kind of matches the music. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. No. So like, what I do is if I need to, I will get a printout and look at the keys of what they're playing, right? And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But then I'll start playing it, and I can hear what they're saying, and I may know what the next note is before. But I started by reading it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like I read it and then I don't read it anymore. I'm just playing based off of what I think it's supposed to be. And then I'm playing it by ear. But I would never be able, I'm not gonna say I would never. It takes me a longer time if I'm just listening to a song and trying to learn it by ear than if I just go ahead and grab it, see where I start at and how it goes, and then start playing it and going off of it like that.
Like at one time you inspired me to like really get on my little keyboard game. Like, cause I had, when I was younger, I used to have one of those little keyboards my grandpa got me that you can change the different things on the side and have the little beat behind the keyboard and stuff. So I was actually pretty good with it, but I didn't understand what I was doing. I was just kind of just creating stuff. Like I was creating like a melody or whatever. Right. So like when you were just doing that sax and everything, it was kind of like, oh, that's pretty dope. Like Trav went and like really learned how to do it. So I'm going to learn how. I was like, I'm good.
Honestly, man. Honestly,
a little bit extra that I was not ready to push.
When I had this conversation with people were like, man, so you talented. You could do. I'm like, yo, it honestly has nothing to do with talent. It has more to do with
the discipline
and doing it. Like honestly, like that's it. Like
it's like I wanted to do it, like because I thought it was cool. Like I always wanted to be able to play piano. I feel like playing piano is like one of the coolest things ever, and I feel like.
Get them ready.
It just drop. You know how to play that piano. Drop. So I always wanted to play the piano. I just felt it was like a love language to me. Like you mean? So like I would have loved to like learn how to do that. So I said I think it was so cool, like for me, like playing with the keyboard and stuff. But again, like you said, it just takes that discipline and like, do I really want to do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's
I got
commitment to it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is. It's commitment when it comes to things like that.
But is that what you want to share as far as how your week went? Because we totally just went on a whole tangent.
We definitely did. I was gonna say that was an even better conversation than I was gonna say like it was interesting seeing the different styles and the reaction of seeing the different styles, right? Yeah. Like so I knew by two of them, but one of them, Kirk Whalum, I had never seen before play, and like he's probably I don't know, like in the 60s, 70s years old, like, but his control of the crowd and how he was playing, I was like, I ain't never seen them play.
Yo, so I'll be honest, like I love music, right? I would love to be able to go and watch live shows. Mm-hmm. I'm just not going by myself.
You don't have to,
right?
You got a wife. She'll probably they'd be different than anything else.
I got earbuds on, just so you know. So
I know, but it'd be different.
It would be, but nah.
Yeah, it'd be different. So she'd be like, "Yo, this is a different thing to do. It's pretty dope." Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard. Like it's getting harder and harder to find different places. But that's why I like about Atlanta is when you go, I can find different places, and just being able to go to it because I don't care. I'm gonna tell the story. I went to see Kirk Whalum, and the person who was with me, she had, I guess, a friend of hers, a guy who plays the sax, who was there, and he turns out he was going to be that was on a Thursday. So on Sunday, he was like, "Yo, let's." He's like, I got a show coming up on Sunday. Y'all gonna come? Y'all gotta come. And I'm sitting here like, I don't really want. I don't know how I feel about.
You hear me sit next to her.
Yeah,
She could be like the girl from 5 Heartbeats.
I don't know how I feel about this a little bit. I don't know what the relationship is. Are you trying to outstage me because you can play better than me? What we doing here? Like I don't.
No, he gonna come stand in front of her, just be blowing.
Yeah.
Move
like,
out your seat and everything.
You want to go? I was like, it's up to you. If you want to go, we can go. It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to.
Right.
So we ended up going, and it was cool. He wasn't bad. I've seen him by accident play before. But yeah, so it was kind of like one of those situations I went in. No, sometimes I go places and it's just a live music show for no reason that I did not know. Like I'll be certain places and I'll be like, yo, shoot, all right.
I was places been live music, and I walk right out of it because it'd be like some band I never heard of, and they just play loud, and they just some friggin'.
Usually that's exactly what it is.
And all of a sudden they try to do some like Boys to Men, like nah, bro, we can't
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Some heavy metal, Guns N' Roses, and be like Boys to Men, ABC, BBD. Nah, bro, I can't do that. I gotta go.
Nah, I will lean into your joke that you tried to get off on me earlier. I was in, I think, Barcelona, and I went downstairs to my lobby, and it was a dude playing the saxophone, and I just sat there by myself.
Wait, hold on. Why do you think I was trying to
I know what you was doing. I know. You used to go there and watch another man play saxophone. I get what you going here.
Did I say it like that?
Yeah, you did. So
I was just kind of going. I know you was like overseas, and you had like a little bar tour with a whole bunch of like men. And I wasn't sure like what that was like.
Barter. Hey, look, sir, I don't post.
No, that's what you told us, right?
I don't. Did I say what Bartor? Bunch
Chris
of men.
Chris is agreeing. And he was like, at the end of the day, he was like, because we was all hype about the story.
No, because y'all wanted to. Y'all wanted to do something else that it wasn't there.
I was waiting for the good part, and
it just never came.
Never came. Hey, we're gonna be 45 minutes in before we start
talking about karate. Yeah, right, exactly. Geez.
My bad.
Anyway,
I have a little.
Oh man, I need to join you, Lowe's.
Anyway,
I'm engaged. But Travis, overall, you had a good week though.
Yeah, overall, man, I took care of business. Oh well, except for one thing that did happen that kind of annoyed me. I did not know that one of my bank cards expired.
Oh,
right. And it was no, it wasn't black. It was a debit card. Hold
on. Pause.
No, we're not going there.
Pause. Chris, he said no, it wasn't the black card. Paul, you heard that though, right, Chris? Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you heard that. No, he didn't try to switch.
It wasn't. So anyway, back to my story. It was a debit card that I pay all my bills with. Like it's a bank account I have that just strictly that's all that ever comes out of there. So that debit card died. So therefore,
all the bills didn't get paid, right?
It was certain bills that didn't get paid that I didn't know about. Like it didn't give me I didn't have any. Nobody sent me a notification saying that. Hey, look,
you sound like a karate parent that had a tuition that didn't come out. I didn't realize it didn't come out. What do you mean by it's been 3 months? How did that happen?
It wasn't 2 months. No, it was only a couple weeks. It was a couple weeks, but yeah.
Now you an after school parent.
Yeah, I guess so. But I walked in there and I was like, so I went to go, put my stuff up in storage and I could not. It was like decline. I'm like, what? I got auto pay. What is happening? And so I had to call them. And they were like, you got a new card. That card is just, expired. So I was like, oh, shit. All right, well, I can't leave when I want to leave. So I had to wait a couple more days in Atlanta. But other than that, it was.
Are you back in Detroit right now?
No, I'm in Florida.
No, I was going to say he's in Florida. I know that background.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, man.
So do you have like spots where you just have like an Airbnb or places that you actually know that you just kind of go to?
You got family.
Like Chris, like he knows that background. Is Chris like?
It's my parents' condo.
Yeah, he got
Your
family.
parents have-
Yeah, they got people.
Yeah, my
stuff.
parents have they do the snowbird thing, so they come down during the winter and they'll go back and be in Detroit during the other time. So I got I got a spot in Detroit. I could stay there. I don't have to pay for anything. I got a spot down
That's
here.
where the
I don't have
wood
to pay
grain.
for
That's where the
anything.
wood joint in the back.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah,
got
Ali.
yeah. So I come down here, you know, hang out down here for a little bit, so I don't have to pay anything and save some more money. And then you know any other places I got I get hotels or if I'm lucky enough I may stay somewhere with somebody else. But other than that.
Yeah, you go couch surfing sometimes with friends.
Yeah, a few times, a few different places. But I'm thinking about. I think I am going to be. I'm almost positive, almost 100%. I'm gonna be in Austin, Texas next week.
Next week.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Cowboy up. I think I'm gonna go down there. I think I'm gonna go down there and see what Texas got to offer. I don't understand why they did it at the same time as South by Southwest. I think South by Southwest starts that same weekend, and yeah, so it's
What is that? What is South by Southwest?
a huge festival, huge music festival.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah.
So you
Anyway.
Austin for another reason.
I've never been to Austin, so I want to see what Austin is like, man, and I want to go see the tournament.
What tournament?
Cowboy up.
Cowboy up.
Oh, it's like a real tournament.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not just a Texas phrase.
It's the newest NASCAR for a.
Yo, I seriously thought you was just like I thought it was literally like a Cowboys like Dallas Cowboys like saying like Cowboy up like I didn't realize it's actually a tournament. Oh, so let's swag. That's a great segue. Trav, what a way to get right back to karate.
Yeah, there we go. But that was one of the reasons why I decided not to go to compete because I was like, if I'm gonna go to compete, I don't want to have to come back to the East Coast just to go back to
the following weekend or whatever.
Right. 2 weeks later to go over there. No, I'm not spending that loot right now. So yeah. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. All right, this weekend, people. So finally, we're here. I did not know we were going to take 27 minutes to get into compete, but this past weekend, compete nationals, internationals. Is it nationals or internationals?
I think it's internationals now. I seen it on the live stream that it was the compete internationals.
All right, the compete internationals happened out in Ontario, California.
Silver medal.
Yeah.
Medallion.
So
Medallion.
where do we want? If you want to start with some interesting things that happened. I'll start real quick. I got all of the.
Go give it a little rundown. Give it a little rundown, Trav.
For those who didn't know. Real quick. So the winner, we'll start with fighters because that's all you guys care about. Open weight division.
I actually care about forums. I actually remember I said before we started, I had something I was going to say on the actual.
You did
when we got live.
Oh well, you know what? You can go ahead and start now because I don't know where you want to go.
No.
I want to go where you want to go. Where you want to go?
I want to go wherever you about to start.
Right,
don't worry, I'll get mine in. I've been drinking some apple.
All right. I'm gonna start with the open weight. Did you guys watch any of this stuff? You know,
Yeah, I watched some of it.
I watched some of it. I watched what I could watch. I'll put it that
way. Right,
way.
exactly.
I did watch open weight division. It came down to the last was Jack and Alex Macias. It was Jack, Alex, Tyson, Tyler Leclerc were the top four. Jack beat Alex Macias. And
close fight.
Yeah,
close fight. But it's so funny that it was a close fight, but you could still see that like there was a different level of experience from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Did Jack and Alex fight?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I thought Alex was just that young gun that I'm just coming. And like you could see Jack seemed like he was just still like that senior fighter, that person that has been around long enough and just knew where to capitalize on some of the youthful mistakes.
Like patiently waiting to execute.
Yeah. It was actually it was really cool like to see the contrast between the two as far as the age and experience gap. Like, you know what I mean? So that was my take from that.
Yeah,
it was a close fight, right? It was like probably like 2 points, maybe 1 or 2 points.
Yeah,
not too much. Yeah,
I remember correctly. Yeah, it was a good fight. Alex has always been
fight.
one of those people that you know
Wait, Alex can actually fight?
Yes, he can. I don't know why people...
Alex.
Shut up.
Honestly, hold on. Give me a second. Like that was my take from this weekend. Like, all right, I watched some of the fights, but I'm like, oh wait, this dude, like, he in here, like, he mixing up with whoever out here.
He's always been able to fight. That's
the thing. That's why we've been telling him to shut up.
Because it didn't make any sense. It really didn't make any sense. I didn't understand why he was trying to make him choose between. It was like, where are you going with this? I kind of think I knew what he was trying to say. Without saying,
you knew what he wanted to, but like,
yeah, it was just like unwarranted. Like it's like, I know where you're trying to go, but you're reaching, bro. Like, you're reaching for this take on Alex Macias because the kid is nice. So it's like, yeah, I don't understand.
The kid is nice.
Yeah, I don't understand where
he can fight.
He can fight. You know, he is. He is. He's nice. He's nice.
He can fight.
He can fight.
He can fight.
Fair.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Get it. He ain't afraid to get it in. He ain't afraid. He
oh no, he'll
fight.
He can
you say he's nice. I feel like there's some areas that he's got to kind of smooth out before I be like, yo, this dude is nice. Like, when I say nice, that means he's smooth.
Right.
Everything's connected.
No, I feel
me, he like, yo, I'm here. We about to do this thing.
Oh, say, okay, all right. So my thing is like this. When I first saw him in the juniors, that's what made me say he's nice, because I'm grading him on the junior fighters, right? Okay. So you know how when you see a junior fighter and you like, oh, he nice, right?
I don't think I say that.
You don't say that? Oh, you didn't say that when you saw Tyson fight?
Nah.
As a junior?
Nah. I was like, yo, this little dude is dope.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Same thing.
This little dude gonna be problems. Like, he's gonna be problems. Like,
problems. It's like that. But when I saw Alex, it's like, because not everybody comes into right away winning, right, challenging for grand championships, right?
Right.
Not everybody does it. Majority of people don't do that. The majority of people come in, you're challenging for the division, but not necessarily for the grand championship, right? So, and honestly, and it comes down, this goes back to, I talked to Alex at the AKAs, and he was frustrated about not being on in the finals for the Warrior Cup. And I was like, dude, don't worry about it, because it's like, yo, everybody has to go through what's called growing pains. Like, you may come in and you may win the division, you may win the locals, but when you get to the certain one, I think it took Avery almost 2 years before he won his first overall grand championship. And I told him, I was like, don't worry about right now. Keep working to get there, because you're right there on the doorstep. Don't get frustrated. Just do it. A month later, the boy wins his first overall national grand championship. Right?
Travis, can you do it one time for me?
What?
JPM. Woo! Can you do that one time?
I'm gonna wait for my for that, because we haven't got done.
I just feel like as you're talking, I feel like that's what I'm hearing right now. I'm just hearing like JPM. Woo! I feel like that's what I'm hearing.
Wait,
you've done it 2 times too many already. Like,
do I am I supposed to feel that way when y'all start talking about
no, but like, no, here's the thing though, like, but you get it though, like, you get it though. It's like there's a certain thing that you like connected to, like, you know what I mean, like, there's a certain, like, you connected to that, to the legacy, to what it means, like, I mean, where it all supposed to go, what it means to be a part of that, like, you know what I mean. So like, when I hear you speaking on it and you like, yo, he was nice, I'm like, all right, yeah, you know, for me, like, I won't say he was nice, but I said that the dude gets it. Like, he'll get in there and he'll bang with you. But like, there's some areas that he definitely's got to smooth out a little bit.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's 20 though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, he's not nice yet. Like, nice comes with after. Listen,
okay,
you take a couple, you be like, yo, I'm nice. I feel nice. I feel good. Like, you mean that's come. His maturity is what's gonna make him nice. Right now, he is just like, to me, I look at like a raw, like I'm like, we about to this. You about to have a problem with me. Like, this is not gonna be an easy in and out. Like, you mean, like, I don't care who you are. I'm coming. I'm bringing it. To me, that's not nice yet, because nice is, to me, takes time to get to that. Like, you know what I mean? Because there's a certain maturity that comes with it.
But it's certain things that the young man, I've seen him do, certain moves and shots that he's hit people with, and it was smooth. You know what I mean?
I guess I haven't seen him enough, right? So that's why I have to see him more of that. What I've seen from times I've seen him, like the dude, like he brings it. Like he not like you not. I don't care who it is. Like you not finna just. This is not gonna be an easy cakewalk. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm bringing everything I got, and
he's not soft.
I'm trying to beat.
Ain't nowhere close.
Yeah.
So
that's why I guess
soft.
I don't want to keep bringing this up because I think it's old news. But like to hear like that whole rhetoric that was going on, it's like, are you not seeing like what we've been seeing? Like because in all essence, like the dude, he come after harder than what you ever came after that.
Well, okay, all right. Here's what I think. Alex Dingman. This is what we get to me, Alex. This is where I think Dingman was trying to go, but I think it was unwarranted. He was saying that he wasn't,
Okay.
Well, I think he was saying that he was like, when good fighters are there, Mancius wasn't gonna fight, and he was just gonna do forms.
But I've never seen that being the case, though. I felt like he always fought. Was he picking and choosing back in those days? Was just coming up?
He'll be at a tournament and not fight, and he'll do forms.
I think there was like one.
It was like one tournament that he did that.
One or tournament, maybe two.
He did that. But then it was also sometimes where he just fought. And he didn't do weapons or forms.
Right.
Right. So it was like, and so Damon was like, "Which one is it? You gonna do?" I'm like, "Let the man. If he doesn't feel like fighting that day, why go out there and fight? If you don't feel like doing the form and weapon, don't go out there and compete then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I get that. So I'm not knocking the young man. I'm like, all right, we're gonna figure it out. Like, just going out there and just messing through.
For me, I see him more as a fighter than I do see him as a forms dude. That's me. Like, I look at, like, Brian Roof was a forms and a fighter dude, but like to me, Brian Roof was a fighter. Like Jason Borelli was a forms and a fighter dude, but like to me, Jason was a fighter that did forms.
Who? No? Okay, now we podding here. Now we podding.
Yeah,
let's go.
Who would you say is more of a forms guy that fights in the history of it? Because I mean, you start
Kim Doe, Jeff Doss,
Mark Canonizato.
Yeah.
But did Mark ever fight in the adults?
Yes, Mark fought.
He did, yeah.
Y'all, we fought y'all.
I don't remember who was on that squad. I don't remember who was on that squad. To be honest with you, when we fought each other, I honestly don't remember that squad. I just remember
it was Mark. Mark fought Ronell. I fought Chris. You fought Hakeem, and Joyce fought Crystal.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, there you go.
Nah, Mark fought. No, Mark was nah.
Because
Eugene to me would probably be a forms guy that fights.
Rashad, yeah.
Rashad, yeah. So that would be like, but I always thought like someone like a Jason was a fighter who did forms. I felt like Brian Roof was a fighter who did forms. Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like to me Ross was a fighter who did forms.
As a junior, he was better at weapons and forms than he was at fighting, and then he grew into the fighter that he was, who ended up.
I didn't know him as a junior.
right.
I didn't know him as a junior, so I don't really watch the juniors that much.
Hey,
I understand that.
Welcome.
I understand.
In that crew, but yeah. So all right. So
honestly, the only juniors I really paid attention to fighting coming up was Jack and Willie. Like those were my little guys, and the kid from Brian's crew, Matt. There was a Matt kid. I forget his name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Those are the little juniors I used to watch, partly because Willie was with us, right? So Willie had to fight, these guys and stuff. So
yeah. But okay, all right, and Jermon, of course.
Jermon.
All right, let's get back into this. So that was that fight.
That was open weight, yeah.
Yeah, that's open weight. So then the super lightweight was Sean.
Wait, are we just doing men, or we're not going to do women's open weight? We're not going to.
Do you have an update for that? I have it, but I was going to just go down these men real quick and then.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
But is there something specific there? Because it's something I'm curious about.
Was there a teams fight on Friday night?
Yeah.
Who won teams?
All Stars.
Oh, okay, you want to talk about that? Go ahead.
Because honestly, it was only one fight. It was only one. It was All Stars versus All Stars with the final two.
Right.
It was All Stars versus Next Level, and that was really the only fight.
Okay.
And then there was another fight. I think it was All Stars versus
The throw together team. The League of Angels.
yeah,
right?
League of Angels. Yeah, the League of Angels guys. So and that one wasn't competitive. So as I'm saying, it was and then All Stars versus All Stars was really one competitive. It was only really one true fight, which was All Stars versus
All Stars was a young All Star group though, right?
Well,
led by Captain Jack. I was like, yo, I was looking like, who are these little dudes?
That's what I was thinking. If y'all want to talk about,
all right,
we can
I
talk
know that's
about it.
Oh wait, that's James.
James.
James is back at it. Okay.
James and Powell and Hunter and Ben.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not really sure who all these young men are, but that's why. But it was Tyson was on there, right? Tyson is now on All Stars, right? Tyson Talbot, and
the Talbots, the little brothers too.
Okay, the little brothers too. Okay, all right. So I was like, okay, I don't. This is a whole new squad. I have no idea.
Listen,
I can't distinguish which ones are which.
Long live All Stars. Let's go.
Let's go next.
But that was another thing I wanted to talk about because when you look at All Stars, the All Stars are doing the same thing that JPM is starting to do now, which is getting younger talent straight out of the juniors. They're not doing the whole grab the best fighters and put them there. They're grooming and coaching them up, right?
Everything's over time, man.
Yeah. So
you start young and you have 3 years, or let's say 3 or 4 years. Like what's there now won't be there.
Correct.
Right? You will be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. When I watched when I looked at the success of JPM this weekend, and I looked at how young they were, I was looking at that. I was like, okay, because
that's the way I was looking at the All Stars. Like, the All Stars look young.
Yeah,
they're successful this weekend too.
Yeah.
JPM.
Hey, All Stars. Yeah. What?
Let's go.
Let's go.
But yeah, so you got the super lightweight, and then Tyson beat Rashad for lightweight. Ben Welch beat Tice for light welterweight. Jack beat Hunter Stevens for welterweight. Excuse me. Light middle was Cameron Kloss over Byron Young. Alex Macias over Joseph Brackett. Pablo Moreno over William Smart for light heavy, and then heavy was Casey Montgomery over Anthony Merricks.
Who's Casey Montgomery?
From Nebraska.
Well, that was the $1 million question for me. I was like, wait a minute.
He fights on with ATL, right?
I don't. I'm not 100%
Chicago.
Sure.
In Chicago, your team fought with them.
Team fought with Team ATL. Is he on ATL?
Yeah.
Okay.
At last I remember.
Because I was trying to figure out. I was looking at the result.
I don't think no New Yorker should be losing to no Cornhusker. I'm just saying, like no New Yorker should be losing to no Cornhusker. I'm just gonna throw that out there, But what do I know?
I would tend to agree with you.
Pablo was light heavy.
Pablo was light heavy.
Why you ask that question like that, Chris?
Pablo was big, brother.
Pablo looked big.
Pablo was big. I was like, whoa, Pablo got big.
Because Alex in the small dude, and when I watched the live, like Pablo was way bigger than Alex. That's just what.
Yeah. And Pablo been eating nice. Been eating good.
Politician.
Yeah.
You got that politician meals. Let's go, Pablo.
He put that dad weight on is what happened.
Pablo for president.
That's really what
put that dad weight on. That's what happened. He put that dad weight on.
That dad weight.
That's a real thing, boy. That's a real thing.
All right. For the women, let me go back up. Women open weight was Katarina over Alexi Jimenez. Super lightweight. There was no one in it. Looks like lightweight was Pauline Saramin.
Katarina's a tall girl, right?
Yeah, she's on JPM.
She's on JPM now.
Who?
Yeah, she's on JPM.
Say it one more time.
Katarina Herman. Remember that name?
She's on what?
On JPM.
Woo!
Hey, sir. Hey, calm down. Calm down. And your All Stars chant, all right?
We didn't even have a chant.
And
Not at all.
Danny
We got a
Allberger,
bunch of sayings though.
Danny Allberger won light middle over
Okay.
Zimena Gonzalez, and then Katarina Herman beat Beatrice Garcia. So I was curious as to what happened to Alexi in the divisions. That's why when you say you're not gonna talk about women open, I was curious, like, because we got that text from Jeff. I was like,
I
what?
think they said somebody said they watched the live stream and they think it might have been Beatrice.
Well, Beatrice fought on
Right,
in the
but she-
division.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know. It might have been Alex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was Alexi.
Right.
But
Maybe.
that's disappointing because this is our first year up. This is our first year up too. So
Yeah. So it's I think
it's a possibility that somebody just said the wrong person.
Right. It could be.
That they got hurt. So I hope if that is true, I hope she has a speedy recovery, man.
Right.
Comes back out strong.
But somebody did get hurt at compete, so
Yes, but yeah, not sure who. And then for the grands, it was Katarina over Pauline. Pauline just looked out of it was just overmatched, man.
Yep, outgunned and outmatched.
Yeah, it was
kind
of lopsided. The men grands, lightweight grand was Tyson Ray over Sean. Welterweight grand was Jack over Ben Welch. Middleweight grand was Alex Mancias versus Cameron Klaus. Heavyweight grand was Pablo versus over Casey Montgomery, and that left Jack over Tyson for lightweight overall grand, and heavyweight overall grand was Alex Mancias over Pablo Moreno. All right, thoughts on over on the fighting.
Los, you look eager.
How I look eager?
I don't know, man. I'm just messing with you.
Chris just didn't want to talk about it. He was like,
yeah, exactly.
Chris, why don't you? I've been talking all night. Chris, you go.
Jack looked good. I mean, and then Tyson looked good all weekend to Brandon to Jack. Some spacing things, some sitting. Got caught a couple times sitting. But not salute to Captain Jack as always. And then Alex didn't really made kind of short work of Pablo. So
you said short work of Pablo.
Yeah.
No, Trav, you it pulls you back to that. He actually said it like that, right? Like, it was kind of like what I was thinking. I would never have said it like that, but like you just said it like he just made like he just.
Wow, I said the same thing when other people get spread in the finals. I mean, if you get spread in the finals, you get spread in the finals. I mean, yeah, I did. I said it when Brian got spread by Avery at the Open. Like it is what it is.
Avery's not Alex. Just we're gonna throw that out there. But yeah, go ahead.
Pablo ain't been around in a minute, so like Pablo did really well for me. I was happy to see Pablo back out, and I thought Pablo did well.
You could have started with that,
especially. Fair. You got the apple in you, so I just say you thought I did it. So
you could have started with that. You could have like, Pablo ain't been around for a while, like you mean, and he
did really well. I thought congrats to Pablo, but
he was a little ready, like you mean, he was like.
But the young gun had a little bit of pep in the step.
Oh, that's understatement.
I mean, congrats to Alex. I mean, he's got some weapons overall grands and diamond and whatnot, so he got his first fighting grand. So shout out to Alex. Good job. Congratulations.
Congratulations. The thought I thought I was
you
like,
thought you was thinking.
Yeah, the thought I thought was.
Travis is always thinking.
I'm always thinking. Always thinking, baby. Always.
Over here looking like Mega Mind.
Always thinking. But the thought I was thinking was he had a killer instinct there. I'm not letting this go to the second round.
Yeah,
I'm finishing you right here, which is different than a lot of people where it's like, they'll just take it easy.
I coast off. I'll do it in the next round.
And as soon as the first thing, real quick, let me hurry up. He knew it. I'm getting you out of here now. I'm running across here and getting this last point. So I don't even want to stay up here for the second round. I want this title. I want this now. And it was a killer mentality. I was sitting there like, oh shoot, he is pushing. He's not letting up. He sees blood in the water and he's going after it. So I was kind of impressed with that.
Wait, it was a 10-point spread the first round?
First round, yeah.
14-4.
Yeah. That's why Chris said he made short work of him. I'm like, It's supposed to be 2 rounds, and he didn't even let it go 2 rounds. Nah.
No, you ain't do that, Travis.
Huh? We have 10-point spreads.
I'm saying, but you didn't respond that way when he said it though. You was kind
No,
of
I didn't say anything.
You
You
like,
jumped right
ooh,
in.
he said
I didn't say anything.
Listen, people that
I
listen to the
ain't
podcast, you couldn't see Travis actual. Oh, Chris, damn, you gonna do it like that, Chris? You gonna say it like Chris? You gonna say it like that? Like, I mean, I get what you, Chris. I'm not disagreeing with you, Chris, but I'm just saying, like, you had to like put it out there like that.
That's what you said. I ain't just sat there. I didn't say anything. I let y'all go. I was like,
no. That's what I'm saying. People can't see the face; they got to see the.
Right, you had to see it. Like he had that like
video.
I was happy.
See the live video. You got to get the Patreon.
That
you
is
got to
correct.
come in so you can see the live video.
You do. You got to jump on this.
Oh my gosh! All right, the Jack and Tyson fight.
Yes.
My thoughts on that were it was interesting that first round because I was watching it, it was like, okay, this is the young fella trying to go at him. But in that second round, it was like, let me teach you something real quick, young fella. This is how I'm gonna run up the spread. Now you got a force to come in, and I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna keep you at bay, keep you at here the rest of this time. There's nothing you can do. I'm gonna catch you with timing. I'm gonna change up my strategy and how I'm going to fight you a little bit. Make a couple adjustments, and then I'm gonna run this and win this fight. And it was a masterclass on Jack of how to win a fight. To be honest with you, it was a masterclass right there. But the thing I was watching was Tyson's adjustments he was making, which I was impressed with, even though it wasn't enough. Because Jack was going like, yeah, you made that for that adjustment for that 1 point. Now let me get this one off on you. Now we're right back to square one. Now you're going to have to make another adjustment. And so I was watching it, but it was kind of went the way you think it would go. Why are you looking like that, Los? I can see you breathing, so you're not paused. So, yeah.
So my thoughts was this. I love Tyson. I think he's a great fighter. He's going to be a great fighter. Is
he nice?
Not yet. Because I still feel there's some things that he's got to fight a little more harder, like more aggressive. Right? To me, he fights a little
in the
like
spots. Right.
Yeah,
like smooth.
He fights maybe like too smooth almost, and not aggressive enough. Right? Where you look at someone like Alex when he fought Jack, it was an aggressive, I'm coming at you type of thing. Right? To me, sometimes like I watch Tyson, like he's good, all the stuff is working, but sometimes he's just too cool, right? And when you fight like someone like Jack, like you can't just be too cool because at some point Jack's gonna find those moments where he's gonna catch you. And I felt like with Jack, his takeoffs was good. Like he was sometimes able to take off where Tyson wasn't able to respond the way he wanted to. I don't think Tyson was kind of prepared for just the takeoff timing, right? Of when Jack was taking off on him. He did close a gap in the first round. This is me going back and watching it. He did close a gap in the first round, but then the second round, it was kind of like there was this whole nother space that Jack was able to kind of catch him in and not catch him in. And I think that was more of the times where I feel like I would like to see Tyson be a little more aggressive, right? And not so like, damn, I don't want to say like too cool, but sometimes he just fight. He looks smooth when he fights.
Urgency.
Yeah, but a little more urgency, a little more behind it. Like you mean that like I feel like if that's the difference between maybe him and like a Bailey, right? But again, it's gonna come with time. Bailey is like, I'm down. I'm about to put the pressure on you now a little bit more. Like, you know what I mean? And like that's just kind of what I saw. I saw in that fight. Like, again, I felt Tyson fought well, even in the first round. Like I say, he closed the gap. But even in that first round, even though he closed the gap, I still saw that Jack saw more.
Yep.
Like more opportunities, more places. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. But one of the things you were talking about is he hasn't gotten his man strength yet.
Yeah, that's it.
So Tyson hasn't gotten his man strength. So he can throw some shots or whatever, but he hasn't gotten to that point where majority of the things I throw, you're going to feel it.
Yeah,
right? So Jack can overpower him a little bit to throw him off his balance when he's throwing certain techniques.
Jack couldn't do that to someone like Alex. Now I'm not comparing Alex and Tyson to
Tyson, no.
like if you ask me who's closer to being nice, I'm gonna say Tyson's probably closer to being nice right now than Alex, just because of Tyson's style and his mannerism as to how, like, you mean Alex is a presser. Alex is kind of like Alex is coming at you, like, you know what I mean? Where I feel Tyson has the other side of it where he can see more. He's a little, like I said, like I feel like he's where Kango when he fight. Like, you mean like I'm just saying. I'm talking about cool. Like, he's just cool like that. Like, you mean he just cool like that?
First off,
right? Where
this
my
is
man,
2023.
Where my man,
if you wear Alex Kango in 2023, you ain't cool.
No, you cool.
Fam, Bucky Cap's coming back.
You from Detroit.
I want to
hear understand. It. You don't understand that the cat.
No,
Kango
I get that.
I ain't talking about the whole LL Cool J. I'm talking about the cool cat.
I know
cool
that's the
cat.
one I'm talking about.
You know
That's not it.
Bro, you need to have gloves and a convertible on your Sunday driver to rock that joint.
Good.
Good.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. Like I ain't like I'm not pressed.
The brim hat is what signifies the cool person.
My man Alex, like sometimes he be fighting like he got like a John Deere hat. Like he just boom, bro.
He got a beanie that pull all the way down to the ski mask. He finna come.
John Deere hat?
Like he just coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just like he about to just tractor your ass right over. Like, you know what I mean? But so that's just my difference. Like I felt like again, it's just the vet and kind of the younger fighter. Right. And like I said, in the first round, even though Tyson got closer, I felt you could still see that there was a vision maturity of what I felt Jack was possibly able to see more of.
Right.
If that makes sense. And I know you said like 2 years ago Jack was done because he was too old, but
I never said that.
No.
I asked a simple question: Is he starting to get there? I never said he was too old. I said,
just so you guys know, if you can't see me saying this right now, you're hearing it. I'm taking my finger. I'm like, rewind the tape.
Yeah, that's such an old person thing. Rewind the tape. There's no tape anymore, sir. Jeez, Kango's
Scroll back.
There you go.
Press
double
play.
click the 10 seconds to go back. Yeah, double click the 10 seconds you can go back.
No, man, I think honestly, bro, like just watching, and I'm just gonna go back. I mean, obviously Jack did what Jack did, but I like watching Alex and watching Tyson, man. Like it was really cool to see, like we said, like that 3 to 4 years, like, you know what I mean, like who is gonna be the ones that's really pushing that envelope like that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, at that time, Bailey would be in a different space or gap of time, like, you mean, and all the other guys is kind of at his age range and where he's at right now.
Right.
So I'd be curious to see like how it goes for these guys.
I would venture to guess that it would probably be similar to where Avery is in relationship to Bailey over the years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like for a while, Bailey couldn't beat Avery, and then Bailey finally got over the hump and was able to beat Avery a couple times in a row. And then it became like, okay, now Avery won the last time they fought, so now it's kind of like, okay, let's. You know what I mean? So I would assume it's going to be something similar to that, where Tyson is going to eventually catch up and beat Bailey, but then Bailey's going to have to establish,
because Bailey's in the lighter bracket too, right?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I don't know how much longer. He's going to be down there because I think he's in welterweight. I think he's welterweight, right?
Yeah, I think he's welterweight.
So and he's what 22? You know what I mean? 21, 22. So by the time he's 25, he might be light middleweight. You know, if he decides if he wants to go up or not. It really depends, you know. I don't know.
Depends on how that grown man,
how his body is, because he actually has some nice size. He's not a small individual. So he might be like Jack and just stay in this realm the whole time, like not really going up. Like just
and Jack's a pretty solid dude, even though he's not like
even though he's not a bigger guy. So he's like so he might say that wrong. So I honestly I have no idea. All right, so real quick, let's go into the forums.
Okay.
All right, Gabriel, because Los, you want to start off with yours?
No, you go ahead.
All right, because he ain't got nothing for forums.
All right, so we got forums.
Yeah, Gabriel Dunn Rudolph won women's Korean and Japanese. Amber Rutherford won the traditional forums challenge. over Caitlin McMillan and Gabrielle Dunn.
Mess up my point. Are we doing the whole
No,
the draft?
We didn't do it.
Okay, all right.
Because
Caitlin would have been my person in the draft, so should have gave me some points. But
Caitlin McMillan.
Yeah, Kate. Yeah.
All right.
I got Amber too, so like I would have been,
Eva Cooper over Kylie Boyer for creative. Extreme was Caitlin McMillan over Lillian Mahan. Julia Morici Gonzan beat Caitlin McMillan for musical forms. And then traditional weapons was Melina Pecci over Amber Rutherford. Traditional weapons non-bladed was Sarah Campbell over Caitlin McMillan. Caitlin McMillan won musical weapons over Sarah Campbell, came right back and beat her on that one. Extreme weapons was Sarah Campbell. Let's see. Yeah. And then it was for the grands, it was Forms Grand was Gabrielle Dunn Rudolph over Amber Rutherford and Caitlin McMillan. Then Weapons Grand, which we were talking about earlier, was Caitlin McMillan over Sarah Campbell. Right. Weapons Grand. So people, before we got on the show, I saw that and I said, oh, I want to see the performance. So I watched both of the performances. And I heard Jackson say something, but I didn't see it. So he said, "Oh, she kind of mishandled one of the releases." I never saw the mishandling. So me being a fighter, I wanted to ask Chris, what did I miss? Because I'm like, and I wonder if the other judges had picked up on that she messed up, and is that what it is, or was Caitlin's forms is better? Because I watched Caitlin's perform and it was good. So I was curious. Sometimes I don't know how to judge.
It was a slight bobble on the finger catch, and then it's supposed to be a twirl and a release, and she just caught it and then kind of like flicked it and then caught it. So like it was a slight bobble for what her normal performance would be. So most of those judges in the NASCA overalls, they same kind of judges. They've seen the form before, so they kind of have a slight knowledge of what's going on.
Los, why are you looking like that? You ready for your topic? Or you got something else to say?
Yeah, we get to my topic yet.
Because I don't know what the topic is.
I'm a fighter. I don't know what the bobble was. I'm a fighter. I don't know what the bobble was.
I didn't see the bobble. Did you see the bobble? I showed you the video. Did you see the bobble? Don't get the line. You know you ain't see that damn bobble.
Child, I didn't even watch the video. My bad.
See, look at you. I had the video up. I had the video up.
You said I was pouring the apple.
I'm still trying to figure out how my headphones work. I
didn't watch the bobble. I heard Jackson say that she bobbled a little bit, but I didn't see the bobble. I just heard him say it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. All right. Men's forms. Japanese was won by Diego Rodriguez Flores over Samuel Diaz. Korean was won by William Smart over Jesse Scheffler. Kempo was Brian Callaway over Axel Martinez. Traditional form challenge was won by Samuel Diaz over Cameron Kloss. Creative Forms was won by Rashad Eugene, friend of the show. Congratulations, Rashad. Over Alex Jahanovic. Extreme Forms. Esteban Tremblay over Dawson Holt. Musical Forms. Salif over Diego. Traditional Weapons Bladed was Alex Jahanovic over Samuel Diaz. Jahanovic. That's how you say it?
Jahan Vash. Yeah.
Jahan
like
Vash.
Muhammad Jahan Vash, like the promoter.
There we go. I always call him Muhammad. I always say Muhammad. Weapons non-bladed was Jake Presley over Esteban Tremblay. Musical weapons. This is where it gets interesting. Winner, Esteban Tremblay over Jake Presley. Extreme weapons, Esteban Tremblay over Dawson Holt. Creative weapons non-bladed, Esteban Tremblay over Ben Jones. Creative weapons bladed was Dawson Holt over Rashad. All right, and then the Grand CMX Forms Grand was Salif over Esteban and Rashad, and CMX Weapons Grand was over Esteban over Dawson. Traditional Forms Grand was Diego over Sam, and traditional weapons was Jake over Alex.
Yo. I watched the XM, what's called XMX, what's it called CMX, DMX. It's called DMX. CMX. So the CMX forums.
Yeah.
And they did they had a trophy, and they gave it to the little dude, and I was like, yo, like it used to be like Rashad and the other guy. Who was the other guy with him and Rashad?
Esteban.
Yeah, like this little dude won.
Salif.
Yeah. Let me rewind the tape, or let me rewind the digital.
Let me push that back up.
Let me scroll back. Oh man, I scrolled back like 9 minutes. I didn't mean to scroll back 9 minutes. I got to find the right spot. Let me take
10, bro. You got to keep tapping, big dog.
Right about here. Yo, this dude was crazy.
Who, Salif?
Yeah. Yo, I'd never seen that dude before.
You new to this. You new to the fight scene choreography.
Trav and Chris, yo, I said, is this dude doing wushu in the middle of this thing? Like, did he just spin 19 times and then land it and then spin again and then spin one more time?
Yeah, Salif is crazy.
Yo, like, I haven't seen no wrestling since like a Steve Tirada type of dude.
Salif is out of this AKA camp.
Again, so when I saw it, I was like, okay, it said AKA, but like, all right, like I know AKA dudes, like you mean like Matt Mullins was AKA, Matt Bowles was AKA, like you mean like, but like this dude, like where did they find this little dude? Like this dude was crazy. Like I've never seen that many spins, that many rotations, that many, and then landing stuff solid. And then just the wushu in the middle of it was like, yo, this. Let me rewind this back. Oh man, I went back like 7 minutes. I gotta bring it back up. I missed it that time. I'll do it again. Yo, I was like, wow. Like I was like, okay, this is why this kid won. Like this kid, like who was beating this dude? When it comes to this type of stuff, like this kid is like, yo. And then it's like when he won, I'm looking at Rashad. I'm looking at the other dude. The other dude was kind of like, I can't believe he won. Like you mean like he kind of looked like he had like a little saltiness with him. Now I'm looking like I had to go back and look like, I didn't see your form, but this dude form was crazy.
So here's the thing.
Salif is. I only watched one form, Chris. I'm like, how does this little dude win? I only want to watch that. I want to see what he did. He beat these other two dudes. I didn't even watch nobody else. I just watched him. All right, let me go to Jack fight.
So
I mean, I seen Rashad do his thing already before. I never seen the other dude, but I already seen Rashad do his thing. So I already kind of like, all right, cool. Like, what did this dude? Honestly, I was looking like, what did this dude do to beat Rashad?
Maybe somebody is more knowledgeable on me. But I remember last year was the first year they finally, I think it was AKs, or he finally won the World Cup this year. I think. I can't remember. Dude? Yeah, Salif. Because I think he got injured. I think he got injured last year, right? I think he got injured at some point last year because they were on the pod. They were on Inside Scoop, and they had this whole conversation. It was him, Rashad, and Kaylin, and they were having a conversation about like a lot of different stuff. If you go back and listen to that interview and listen, you will appreciate Salif even more just listening to him because he was sitting there talking about how you break down like what he thinks is wrong with forms now, and he's like he sounds like an old school person, but he's like 18. Like when you listen to him talk, it's like, yo, all right, this young man, he's sitting there like, no, it needs to be more creative. You need to be hitting this and that, and I was just like, yo, I like him. I like this kid, and for some reason he wasn't winning. I remember that people were saying that he was coming close, but for some reason people were like they were giving it to other people, and they were like he's finally.
They were going back with what is known versus
what he was doing. He's AKA, so hey, I don't know what you're talking about there, sir.
He said that Chris said they're going back to what people know, so I was just like, oh, okay. Let me help out.
Just because JPM is greatness, don't hate on greatness. So because of that, no, but Yeah, I'm sure Alex and Jeff may talk about it, have a better discussion about it before. But
Probably.
Salif is nice. When I first came across him, I was like, yo, this dude, and it's more karate based than
there's karate in there, fam. That's what I'm saying. Like,
tricking. So he seems like he might be one of the people that can change a lot of stuff.
To me, he remind me of an old school performer, like a John Valera, like a David, David Douglas, like all them dudes that was doing like high level stuff, but was still super clean within their karate martial arts side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But he could just spin a hell of a lot more. Like he just had mad rotations. Like I'm like, yo, this like, what was it, like a 999? Well, I don't even know what the trick is called anymore. I don't know what they do anymore. But like to me, he reminded me, like I said, of like that old school, but just new school. Like you mean, like just having the ability to do all
throwback with who can do,
yeah. Maybe it's just me, that little clip that I saw. I guess I gotta watch.
No. Salif is solid.
No, Salif is nice.
Salif is nice.
Listen, just so you guys know, anybody that's listening to the podcast, I'm not going to take their word for it. I'm going to actually go and actually watch him a couple more times.
That's a damn lie.
That's a
damn lie.
That's a lie.
You couldn't even watch Sarah when I pulled her up there to watch her do her weapon. You talking about I'm gonna go back and on my own time.
I was watching Sarah, and then I looked away, and then I didn't catch the rest. All I heard was that she bobbled her form a little bit.
Yeah, but I was more what I wanted to talk about was Esteban. Honestly, I think this is Esteban's first year up, right?
Yeah, first year.
Yeah, I think because I remember seeing him in the juniors with Dawson and I can't think of who else. I'm thinking about
Ben.
But Ben Jones. Yep.
Who?
And watching those guys go at it, and I thought all of them were coming up at the same time, but I guess Esteban was a year later, so he comes up. But for him to win the weapons grand, and then basically sweep this musical weapons, extreme weapons, and creative weapons, non-bladed. So
he only lost to the spinning dude.
Yeah, in the forms, and
that was forms.
That was forms. And he lost to him in forms, but he lost to him in musical in forms, and then but Esteban won extreme forms, right? So since Esteban won extreme forms,
he beat the spinning dude in extreme forms.
Salif wasn't in extreme. Salif doesn't do extreme. He does creative. You know what I mean? So he's like, nah, I'm just gonna do my creative form, pop. But honestly, I don't know how much longer we're gonna see Salif. To be honest with you, I think he's won. He's done enough. He's won what he wanted to win. And I think we probably see him maybe once, 2, maybe 3 times a year. And then I think he's not in Chicago anymore. I think he moved to Cali. I think he's out in Cali now. So
he's finna be. You finna see him.
He's about to be in doing the movie thing. Yeah, he's about to do the movie thing.
Do stunt work. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Well, spinning dude, that kind of sucks. I was actually going to be looking forward to seeing you do stuff. Now I won't be able to see you, so whatever.
You will. Movies. You just get his name at the bottom.
I'm not going to see in the bottom. You ever see like the movie credits now? There's like 13,000 people in that give credits now.
Yeah, but you got to wait. But you got to watch because you got to see in the movies that they're going to be in. You got to wait to see the end scene credits anyway.
No,
they're going to be in all the Marvel movies.
All right. So let's go ahead and get up. Unless you guys got anything else, man. I'm shocked you guys haven't been saying, hey, man, we need to get out of here. Y'all were very engaged. This was a great podcast, people. You guys have done a great job these last few weeks. I just want to really thank y'all because it's been dope. I just want to say that people have been commenting on it. The pod has been excellent the last few months, actually. So thank you guys when you guys are all here. Anything else? Because we're not gonna get to these other topics. So we're gonna talk about that next week.
Why you do it like that though? Like why you do like when you guys are all here? Like you mean like what's like why you got the?
Because it was a time where I was alternating between you two fools. Can we get all three?
It's nice of you,
bro. You had to be the
show up on a regular basis. Please. Thank you. Jeez.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I know I get it. It's a long day. Y'all need some sustenance. Let's get some food up in y'all. But thank y'all.
I come home now, so we're good.
So It was good. Man. Yeah, we'll talk about those other things I talked about next week on the pod.
Those questions that you had.
Yeah.
You had some crazy questions, man.
You be asking some wild questions. You might have to text them to us because
just so y'all remember, I'm gonna text them to y'all at the beginning of next, probably either Sunday night or Monday morning. If I remember, if I remember, to be honest, I'll send it to y'all. But
wait, you're not gonna wish Coach a happy birthday?
I mean, it's not his birthday when they hear it, but yeah. So, happy birthday to my uncle. I love you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's like, man, we celebrate birthday for a whole week. What you talking about?
the whole week,
A whole week.
a month if we like you for real.
So it's happy birthday to my uncle, man. You guys got anybody you want to shout out to happy birthday to?
Happy birthday, Coach. That's it.
We good.
Somebody else's birthday?
No. Okay. All right. You gotta say anything. Okay. All right.
It's somebody else's birthday?
It
No,
is.
that'd be good.
It was.
Was.
You're not gonna. You don't want to say nothing. I'm not gonna make them say nothing to it.
Whose birthday was it?
Hey, brother. Hey, brother.
Hey.
I want to say happy birthday to somebody. Whose birthday was it? Somebody I know?
Yeah, you know her.
You do know her.
It's your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday. Come on.
It was her birthday. It was her birthday
When?
on Saturday.
All right. What you do for her?
Oh shoot.
No,
we went out to dinner at night. We went to Ruth Chris. We took her out to Ruth Chris. We went
That's the stage
dinner.
spot, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So we went out to dinner. We hung out all day. We had no kids.
That's
we
a
had
gift all in
babysitters.
itself,
So,
brother.
yeah, man. Listen, it was a
Gift
good day.
all in itself. Good for
Right.
you. Do we ever have the bag, Travis?
Oh, I meant to say that. Guess what? I did do something else. I just thought about it. I did do something else.
You bag?
No, I didn't beg. No.
Last little corner of the apple.
I made my own fragrance.
Oh,
Really?
I went out. I went to a
What's it called? Jazzy?
Nah, I called it Detroit
Snaps.
Apple.
I just had some apple. Sweet.
I know, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My shit was called Crown.
Nah, my Detroit Apple. It wasn't no Canadian whiskey.
man, I'm finna get some when I get off this, man.
Nah, I wasn't none of that. No.
You got Detroit Apple. I had Crown Apple. We good.
You good?
What a show.
Yeah. So
you made your own fragrance, or what does it smell like?
It starts off with some apple, of course, at the top. I got a little oud in there. I got a little
You make a fragrance, or you make like an oil, like the dude they used to sell in the little corner store.
It's an oil.
You got do a little shit like a dap.
Yeah.
That shit like
The
that.
guy with the dap,
Yeah.
and then the
You
thing
little
and the
stick out
smell.
Yeah,
He said, but this is a nice one. This is a nice one. You can't get this on the corner.
So no. You can. So it's got a little apple at the top. You got a little wood, little smoky woods, some sandalwood, some vanilla, some patchouli. So yeah, it's a nice little fragrance. Like I mixed up together.
Sandalwood is nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, I did all right with it. It was not bad. You know, I was complimented. Like, that does smell good. So yeah,
made some Detroit.
No. So what happened was, I was taken to a
Amazon oil,
independent fragrance house. This out there by you, by where you at, Chris. It's off Exit 9. And I went out there, and it was like a fragrance making class. Like you could sit down, you could make your own fragrance that get everything, put everything together, and you smell stuff, try and figure out what you want, and everybody makes their own fragrance.
Yeah, you do some of the most unique shit, yo.
Ever. Bro.
Like who just
I wouldn't even never known that was a thing.
Yo, can someone tell me where there's a fragrance houses? I want to go to a fragrance house where they can show me how to make some fragrance so I can make my own. Like I have 1,000 colognes, but I want to make my own.
It was a dope experience, man.
Detroit Apple.
Yeah. I you had to call it in something. I couldn't think of nothing. And I was like, Apple, Detroit Apple. And somebody said they didn't like the name, it was corny, and then somebody else was like, I love that name. And I was like, be your own people. All right.
That's exactly how it happens. That's exactly how it happens. I got a new date for the next saxophone show.
Like, what the hell? People. But Yeah, all right, people, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. Thanks for listening. We're gonna have a great show next week. Sorry, just questions.
Already know. We just
Yeah,
already know.
it might piss some people off, but I don't care. All right, we'll talk.
I would bring
I'm
some
not
drinks
pissing
for that
nobody
one.
off. I'm not pissing nobody off. We're gonna do that to Chris and Trav. I'll just it's be one of them shows I will just be mute.
You not no way. I'm gonna
You
say
damn,
some,
you damn sure not
wild
gonna be
stuff just
mute.
to draw you out. I'm gonna say some wild stuff.
I know. I can't.
Los, I might have to send you like a bottle or something just so you can come and play.
Nah. You got some
Some tequila?
No.
Tequila? No.
Yeah.
No. No, you're gonna send him some more Crown Apple. No, you just have you had the peach?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a caramel right now.
Salted caramel. They got a vanilla.
There's no
rye.
No, I don't do rye. I like flavor.
Yeah.
But at any rate, we out.
We out.